What's up everyone? Welcome to Touchstone Live Fitness. My name's Brynn. Welcome to today's workout. So I'm going to run you guys through the warm-up. I'll explain the workout and give you some options there. You'll pause the video, do the workout, and then you'll come back for the cool down at the end. So starting with that warm-up, we're just going to jog in place here. Nice, all right. I'm gonna warm up our hamstrings and glutes with some good mornings. So lining up our feet about hip width apart, toes pointing forward. We're gonna hinge at the hips. So pull the shoulders back, chin stays slightly tucked. Send those hips back till your back becomes parallel with the floor, and then extend your hips to stand up. Going for 10 of those. Two more, 9, 10. Nice, all right, right into some butt kickers. Just like jogging in place, but kicking your butt. Nice, all right, down to the ground. Get into a plank position. We're gonna do 10 Spider-Man. So we're gonna bring our right foot up towards our right hand. That right elbow is gonna dip down to try to get your elbow towards your arch. And you're gonna twist open that right arm towards the right. Look up at the sky. Come back, switch legs. So that was 1. Here's 2. We're gonna go for 10 total. 5. Last one here. Nice, come up to standing. Okay, we're gonna go into high knees. So just like jogging, but this time driving those knees up nice and high. Nice, all right. We're gonna warm up our squats a bit with some Paws Squats. So putting our feet about shoulder width apart, turning those toes out a bit. For some people, they might be able to keep toes forward. Some people might be super wide here. You choose, or feel what's most comfortable for you. So as we lower into our squat, our knees are gonna follow the direction of our toes. It's totally okay for them to come forward. We don't wanna keep our knees pushed back. So with your chest upright, you can counterbalance with your hands here. Come on down with those hips. You wanna keep your heels in contact with the ground the whole time before you stand back up. So come on down. Pause down here, staying active in your squat. We don't want you hunched over down here. So pausing for a moment before you stand back up. Going for 10 of those total. Got like 3 more. There we go. All right, 30 jumping jacks. Good, last warm up, we're gonna warm up movement. We're gonna do eyes, Ys, and Ts. If you've done one of my other videos, you've already done this warm up, but we're gonna come on down to the ground. For eyes, our hands will be going straight forwards, arms are straight, palms facing each other with your thumbs up. We're gonna go through Ys. So Ys will be with your arms about 45-ish degrees out from your shoulders, and then Ts, palms down, arms out side to side. So go through 10 Is, feet can stay together and touching the ground, but we're trying to lift our whole arm, both arms, whole arms off the ground for 10 reps. Nine, 10. All right, arms out, 45 degrees, going for 10 more. Good, chin stays tucked, we're not craning our neck forward. And then arms out side to side, palms down for Ts. And 10, nice. All right, so the workout today, you're doing 6 minutes. You're doing 2 parts that are 6 minutes long with a 2-minute rest in between. So the first one, it's 2 movements. You're just gonna go back and forth between the 2 movements for 6 minutes. We're doing 8 kettlebell swings and 8 weighted step-ups. Then after 6 minutes, you'll have a 2-minute rest, reset for the next section, where you're gonna be going through 8 rows and 8 Arnold presses, again for 6 minutes. So for those kettlebell swings, you can also do the swings with a dumbbell, that's cool. We're just gonna do kettlebell swings to like either shoulder or eye level. We're not gonna go overhead for these ones. So with the kettlebell swing, your feet are about shoulder width apart. I like to set up with the kettlebell a little bit in front of me, that way I can pull it into myself for the swing. And the kettlebell swing is all about the hip hinge, right? It's not like a dip and shooting the knees forward. It's all about keeping the knees back and sending the hips back so that you can generate momentum from your hamstrings and glutes because you're snapping your hips open. It's that hip extension that drives the momentum of the kettlebell, not like a jumping movement. So with that in mind, we're gonna keep our heels down on the ground and we're gonna try to keep our knees back, stacked over our ankles the whole time and not let them shoot forward. So kettlebell swings look like this. My eyes follow the kettlebell. I'm not craning up and looking at the wall or something the whole time. I'm bending over with it and snapping my hips open to let that kettlebell come up. You'll also notice that the kettlebell is not swinging down low here. I'm keeping it pretty much like just above my knees the whole time. So keeping it nice and close, rolling shoulders down and pinching them back and not like letting myself round through the top like that, right? So kettlebell stays nice and high. You get through 8 of those, and then you can hold your kettlebell like this, or I don't know if you want to go one side or the other. I would hold it in the middle here. And you're gonna go through your step-ups. So find something that's, I don't know, knee-ish height, somewhere around there. A cooler, a sturdy chair, but you're gonna step up, both feet, and then switch the leg that you're coming down with. Stand all the way up, switch feet, all while keeping the kettlebell nice and cozy close to you for your 8 step-ups. If you're doing this with a dumbbell, that's cool too. You're just gonna hold the one end of your dumbbell while you go through the swings. The swing motion doesn't change. Same thing for the step-ups. You can hold it nice and close to you as you go through those step-ups. All right, 8 and 8 of that, going back and forth for 6 minutes. Get a 2-minute break, and then we've got 8 rows and 8 Arnold presses for 6 minutes. So for those rows, it's a little bit ambiguous. I think the most of you will be doing bent over rows. If you have like a dumbbell, even if you have a barbell, that's cool too. But we're gonna bend over somewhere between fully parallel and a 45-degree angle. You're gonna pull the dumbbells into yourself by driving that elbow up and then come back down. So you go through 8 of those. You'll see like my dumbbells are perpendicular to my body and not parallel this way. So palms are kind of like facing each other even though it's a closed grip. So 8 of those. Then for those Arnold presses, you're gonna take a seat with your dumbbells. You're gonna hoist them up, palms facing your face, elbows stacked underneath the dumbbells, and we're gonna press them up while rotating, palms face forward now, and then come back down. So that was 1, 2, going through 8 of them. If you only have one dumbbell, that's cool too. You can always do 1 at a time. I would probably do, I don't know, 4 to 5 each round. 4 to 5, not 45. That way you aren't taking too much time doing all 8 on one side before you do all 8 on the other side. All right, there you go. 2 6-minute chunks that you're gonna get through. Rinse and repeat the rounds until it's done. Go ahead and pause this video and come back for the cool down. Whew. All right, guys, good workout. It's time to cool down. Hopefully you've caught your breath a little bit, got a sip of water. It's time to stretch it all out and bring that heart rate back down even more. So we're gonna get to our hands and knees here. We're gonna just move through a couple cat-cows. So wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're gonna drop your belly, pull your chest through, look forward. I like to do a little neck stretch here. And then we're gonna round the tailbone, round through your back, belly button to your spine, tucking the chin for cat. Let's go about, do 3 to 5 of those, nice and slow. Use your breath to move. Should feel pretty good on your mid back here. Nice, all right, let's bring our right leg forward. You can keep that back leg down. We're just gonna come into a nice long low lunge here. We're gonna stretch that left hip flexor. So think about sinking your hips down. Chest stays up. If it's too intense, you can always back off the stretch a little bit by pushing into that front leg. Sometimes a lot of these stretches also feel better without your shoes on. So if you were working out with your shoes on, take them off. You don't need them for this. All right, so we're gonna rock back on that front heel and then hinge from the hip. Stretch out your hamstring, your calves. Try to flex your toe back towards your face. If this is too intense, you can always bend your knee a little bit. But we're trying to hinge from the hip here and not your back. So if you feel like you're rounded here, I invite you to try to straighten out through that back and bend from your hip. Nice, let's go ahead and switch legs. Left leg forward, stretching out the right hip flexor here. Top of the quad. Nice, and shift on that front heel. Bend at the hips, flexing that toe back towards your face. Stretching out the hamstrings and calves on the left side. Try to let every exhale let you relax into it a little bit more. Just find something to let go. Nice, all right, bring that leg in. We're gonna make our way to sitting. Whatever's comfortable for you. If you wanna sit cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair here or up on a pillow, that's cool too. Come to a seat. We're gonna stretch through our arms a little bit more. So right arm up and over. You can assist with your left if you want. Or you can reach behind and grab that hand if you have it. Whatever position you're in, try to not let your mid-back stretch too far. I don't know if it's a stretch, but bring your rib cage down. Focus the stretch on your triceps there. Nice, go ahead and let that go. Switch to the other side. Overarching is more like mid-back compression. We want a neutral back. Nice, and slowly release. Do a few more shoulders, or one more shoulder stretch here. We're gonna go for eagle arm. So right arm on top, left arm on the bottom. Twist so your palms come together. If this is not available to you, you can also go for a big old bear hug. But we're focusing on stretching that space in between your shoulder blades and around the shoulder blades, so like rhomboid area. So if you're here, we're pushing shoulders forward, elbows forward, reaching, trying to round through that upper back. Or if you're here with palms touching, we're rolling shoulders down away from the ears, lifting those elbows up and trying to get your hands away from your face. We're sending breath into the upper back area. Nice, go ahead and release. We'll switch sides. So even if you're in the hugging yourself position, we're gonna switch so that left arm is on top, right arm on the bottom. Good, and again, sending breath to that upper back between the shoulder blade area. If you're in eagle arms, raising those elbows and trying to get the hands away from your face. Nice, and go ahead and let that go. And for the last stretch here, we're just gonna do a couple stretches for our neck. So we're gonna go right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder, back to center. Think about more like an angle now instead of straight over. We're just gonna reach forward with the head a little bit, still sending the right ear over. Back to center, left ear reaches forward a little bit. Back to center, and let's go up and down. Good, careful not to crunch the back of your neck by just collapsing here, but active neck reaching up with your nose. And then nose reaches down, let that stretch travel down your spine. And once you're down here, you can go right ear over to the right. Left ear over to the left. Back to center and come on up. All right, nice work guys. Hope to see you again soon.